Hey, we're the ELL team at John D. Bracco, and we started the Everyday Heroes project in collaboration with Abundant Communities Edmonton.
We started this project because we recognize that it's important that our youth feel safe coming to and from school and safe within their communities. We know that it's important that youth drive change within their communities and connect each other and get to know their neighbours.
Working with the newcomer families, both parents and youth, you very quickly realize that they have this desire, this eagerness to connect to their communities. They want to be involved and immersed in their neighborhoods. And for them, this is like a human need because they do all come from very strongly knit communities. They want this to continue in Canada. They do not want to live in isolation, I think.
So we feel that the youth are in this position to create change. They have these natural skills already. They're culturally competent. They're fluid between their home culture and their school culture. They speak more than one language. They're rapidly learning English. They have good social skills. So as teachers, we want to show them, recognize these skills in yourself. You can really use these skills. So then they feel self-empowered to create change in their own neighborhood. They have a voice, they see a need, and they talk about it, and they do create the change.
Yeah. So when we saw this need within our youth and within our greater school community, we decided to apply for the CIP Grant Community Initiatives Program through the Alberta Government. After we received this grant, we've gone forward with making change within our neighborhoods and communities, and we've partnered with Hairsine Community League, and we're able to hire on Hairsine Youssef, who's the neighborhood connector, and she's doing great work.
Well, my name is Hairsine. I live in the neighborhood in the Northeast. My passion is community development and community engagement. I was approached by Bannerman Community League to be part of the Abundant Community Edmonton, and I started supporting the neighborhood connector over there. It was amazing that seeing the kids going to neighbors, and the neighbors were all happy to see the young kids being involved, being part of their community, because they see them running in their neighborhood, and then when they see them as a school, it was really amazing. They were so happy. They felt so proud of their kids.
First, we planned on what we were going to do. Then we made templates on the trading cards. Then we interviewed each other and some students in the school. Then we found neighborhoods where students lived, and we went there to interview their families. Knowing my neighbors is a good thing because it helps me be safe in my neighborhood, and if there's an emergency or something, I can just ask my neighbors if my parents are not home. After the interviews, we came back and discussed on what we did good and what we did bad. Then we made the trading cards of the neighborhoods we interviewed. Then we improved the trading cards. We talked about improving the trading cards if it was a good thing or a bad thing. Then we went out again.
When I brought my card back to my neighbors, I was kind of nervous because it was the first time I talked to them by myself, but it helped that I already met them before, and most of them said that they were proud of us and surprised that we have the opportunity to do a project like this in the school. I learned that lots of my neighbors have great talents that they like to share with other people in their community.
My favorite part of the trading card is the vision and action part because it helps me know what people think about the neighborhood and how they can make it better.
It's nice to have my own trading cards because it will make connection with my neighbors.
This wall is about all our trading cards we have done in different communities. We do them in different language, English, Arabic, French. We're starting Arabic. We have them in Spanish, and we have interviewed different community so we can bring neighbors and communities together to help more. And that is all the trading cards we have done this year.
In November, we made an event at the school and for the community. Some students set up chairs and tables, and some students served food, and then some of the teachers explained how the project is going to work.
The community loved our project and wanted to helped the best they could, and some offered to use their skill, like languages and computer classes. I thought it was great how students did their jobs and tried their best to translate. We got a lot of interviews and wanted to share the skills and ideas and learn more about our project.
I knew about the digital storytelling process, and we decided to use it with our newcomer parents because they've just moved to Canada, and of course they have stories to tell that are very fresh. It is more powerful than just telling your story one time. It gives you a tool to really reflect on your story over and over again. You start off by telling a story in a circle with everybody who's participating in the group, and they give each other feedback. Then you go off on your own and you are writing down your story, recording your voice, adding pictures and music to accompany it. Everybody knows how hard each person has worked, so they're really proud of each other, and they get to see this story in the end, and they realize that they are so connected, that many of their stories are similar. And so people who were strangers at the start of the workshop are connected through this process.
We're just inviting parents to the school to come to get to know each other, and we have food set up,
And we made
and we're gonna show people.
And we made a story.
Digital stories.
Yeah, digital story, and then our parents can come and listen to them. We are hoping we connect the community to other and everyone know each other, like how they think, and everyone have different experience, right? So, yeah.
The participants connected with each other by having the similar feeling. They could understand each other even though they're from different countries. Two fathers shared their stories. One of them had to leave Syria because of the war. He left his son in Syria, and another one in Germany, and his two daughters in Lebanon. And another father who had to stay in Canada for 5 years without his family. When I heard the adults talking, I knew that they sacrifices a lot to give the next generations a better future. I realized that my perspective about coming to Canada was similar to the adults. The skills that I offered is an Arabic translator and help make the videos. These skills will help me in the future to speak Arabic fluently and continue doing this project to keep our community connected.
Our show on June 21st will present our cultures in a way that people can see how similar we are, and also to show the final product of our project. We want to connect the community in order to build a more united society.
For the show, we are planning to put tents that will represent different cultures, and also share food, show dances, clothes, and teach language. It is important because a community is more than only neighbors. It's friendship, family. And we want to do that because it will help to make a together community. I wish that when the people come on our tents, they can erase their prejudices because they learn more about our cultures.
We want each individual to know that their opinion and ideas are important and taken into account. Also, good changes, answers for their questions, options for their needs, and solutions for their problems.
It's been really a great experience. We had so much fun, we learned so much, we got to meet so many people. It was just an amazing experience. And our English, our spelling, everything has been so much better.
We're able to hire on Hairsine, who's the neighborhood connector, and she's doing great work.